B7 by Brandy. This marks Brandy's first independent album on her label, Brand New Inc. Brandy has been working on this album for 3 years. She co-wrote and co-produced 14 of the 15 songs on this album. Has the 8-year wait been worth it? How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of B7 by Brandy.
B7 by Brandy. I was listening to this while I was sitting up in my room.
I was listening to this while I was putting together something.
I guess you didn't catch what I was talking about. It's okay. Brandy had a song back in the day called Sitting Up in My Room. That was my joint.
I didn't catch that.
My bad. How you feel about this album artwork, man?
I actually like it. I really love the shot and just how, she looks. I feel like it's just a real kind of like royal kind of pose and everything like that. And I like how she has a 7 kind of engraved in her eyes. So I think it's a really, really dope shot. I really like it.
Yeah, I also think it's a really clean shot. Love the way the 7 is going across the face in gold, the beads in her hair, the Rick James style beads and everything like that. It's a nice shot.
Rick James.
It's a nice shot. It looks like it probably was a shot from like the Beyonce set of the
Black is
King joint.
I knew you was going to say that.
The flow of this project, man, I feel like Brandy didn't take the type of risk that I wanted her to take for me to actually enjoy one of her projects. I just want to put it out there right now. I'm not the hugest Brandy full album loving person. So I don't know if my take is the take that you want to take when you're discussing Brandy, but as far as what I wanted to hear for her whole album, I don't feel like I wanted her to kind of give us some stuff that she hadn't done before, like begging and pleading, like kind of like throughout where we get sounds that we never heard before. But I think for the most part, I feel like she kind of played it a little safe on some of the joints. Not the whole project. She did take some shots, but for the most part, I feel like she played it safe.
Yeah, for this, like I gotta say, I was very surprised with the direction of this. The tone of it was just very personal, but I kind of felt like I'll get into it, but it's just got a very, very personal tone to it.
Highlights, man. Look, so I'm just going to talk about the songs that I really enjoyed. So Unconditional Ocean came on. I love the way it sounds. It sounds like it's being played on the ocean or something like that. I don't know why. I guess it's like those kind of wind instrument sounds that they use kind of gave me an oceanic feel to it. Rather Be, also she got some help from Victoria Monet on this one. I actually like the way that one is written. Lucid Dreams, this one grew on me over time of listening to the project a good 6 times. Lucid Dreams sounds really nice. Same with Borderlands, that one grew on me. Borderline kind of grew up on me on the last minute. Say Something, I really like the idea of the song and the content of the lyrics. That one is really well written. I can see anybody relating to it. She said that song explains exactly why she's single right now. I thought that was funny. Well, it's not funny, but you know what I mean. Baby Mama featuring Chance the Rapper. I thought this song was actually pretty dope. I'll talk about what I don't like about the song on the lowlights. And Love Again featuring Daniel Caesar. We heard this song already. It was part of Daniel Caesar's album as well. This song is fire. It's a great duet. And I also want to shout out Bipolar as well. She said she was kind of talking about some of the issues and relationships with people that she's had and stuff like that. And it's a really deep song. I felt like Kanye West was crying as she was playing that song.
Okay. Say Something is fire. I really, really love that song. The way that it sounds, the way that it was constructed, I think is just really, really, really dope. High Heels I thought was pretty dope, and Love Again, even though we have heard it before, I was kind of surprised to hear it on it. I was just like, oh snaps. But yeah, and by Bipolar, I really love how she went out with that one, because that kind of fitted the ending of this tone of the album.
Lowlights, man. First of all, I just want to point out Chance the Rapper's verse on Baby Mama was trash.
Why?
I don't ever want to hear it again.
Why was it trash,
I wish I
man?
can remove it from the song and just listen to the song without it.
Why? Give us the details.
You know why it was trash.
Come on, give them the details.
I get it. We all live domestic life, but he raps about it in the most corniest way possible. Like, it's just, like, you ain't the only one that can take out the trash. I don't want to hear that in your bars, bro. Like, at least make it more clever. Just make it more clever. That's all I'm saying. You don't like his flow? No, I didn't like nothing about it. I hated Chance on this song.
Okay.
I get it. You love your wife. You like taking out the trash and washing the dishes. Find a more clever way to put it in your rhymes. I'd expect that from a 7-year-old. So, and I didn't even want to talk about it at that in depth, but blame it on that guy. Saving All My Love. I love that the fact that it's a nod to Whitney Houston. At the same time, I don't like the fact that where the lyrics are falling at throughout this song is they're falling in awkward spots, and I felt like that was a thing throughout, which I felt like as that played on, I felt like she should have handed songwriting duties over to somebody else to come through and rearrange what her and whoever had written for the songs, because I'm just like, man, the lyrics are falling in awkward spots, especially compared to the beats. And it's not just Saving All My Love, it's also All My Life. It's Unconditional Oceans. The beat just takes me somewhere, so it's kind of
the placement though.
It's weird. No Tomorrow is the same. All My Life Part 2 is the same. I Am More is the same. High Heels the same. Like, I was just like, damn, like, you are dropping, like, it's like bird shit. Like, it just falls anywhere. And it was just really weird. And I just really wish that she could have just had somebody. I'm not saying don't participate in the writing. I'm just saying have somebody come in that can restructure and be like, all right, look, we need to fit this in right here because this is where it melodically sounds better. Especially when some of the songs come on and you're trying to, like Lucid Dreams, when you're trying to figure out why the snare is hitting where it's hitting, you can't tell because of the way she's singing until the whole beat drops in, which is a song I still like, but it takes you a minute to get used to.
And I'm glad you pointed that out because that's my biggest gripe with the sound of this album. It's just the unconventional like places of lyrics in here where I'm just like, even listening back, I'm like, okay, I'm understanding what you're singing about, but I don't like the way you're placing it. It's not pleasant to, like, you know, my ears or whatever. 1 through 7, I completely blanked out. I was just like listening to it. It just became background noise. I mean, and I would say that some of the production was kind of good, but it's just the lyric placement. Sometimes it just felt kind of off here and there. But to me, the way she was singing, I just really couldn't capture the emotion that she was trying to convey. And maybe it's just me, but I woke up when Say Something came on because I kind of felt like that had a stark direction other than the tracks from 1 through 7. And I'm with you on Chance. I was just messing with you. The feature on Baby Mama, like, for the tone that she went with the song and what Chance comes in,
she was on point too.
She was on point with
credit.
it.
She killed her portion of this song.
Yeah, and it's just like Chance flow and style kind of flipped it in the wrong way. It could be catchy, but what you said about the lyrics, they were just like, all right, man. And I'm disappointed because Chance is better than that.
He just wanted his daughter to be able to rap along.
That's a good point. But yeah, that's just my major lowlight about the album. It's just like, you know, the lyric placements and everything like that. For me, I just couldn't vibe with most of the music.
Final thoughts, man. I think Brandy is still a dope artist. She's contributed a lot to this game, whether that be singing, acting as Moesha, and all of the other things she's done. Cinderella when she was younger. Brandy has had a lot of accomplishments. But as far as this album goes, I can't lie, I was a little disappointed. And after I started listening to it and I got to about song 5 or 6, because all of these songs pretty much grew on me the second time around, except for a couple of them towards the end, I was just sitting there thinking like, man, I don't know if I've ever liked a full Brandy album. Like, I can't say I have. I like songs off of Brandy albums. I like a lot of her songs. I don't like whole projects. And I felt like this album just confirmed that.
Yeah, if you're a long time Brandy fan, I'm very curious to know if this really fulfilled what you wanted, from Brandy, because like you said, I'm a fan of Brandy as more of her singles and songs I hear. I don't think I've ever really liked a complete project from Brandy as well. But I really would love to know what you think, because I was tuned out for the first half of this album, and even after my third or fourth listen, it just still wasn't resonating with me, and I just didn't really feel like it hooked you. It took 7 or 8 songs to get me in, and that's not good.
Final grade. I hate to do it, man, but I'm gonna give it an X. It's got a couple songs on here, but for the most part, it's a pretty forgettable project, especially when you compare it to other stuff. I felt like if she would have took more risks, like the begging and pleadings, and just tried new things like that, because that came out fire to me. I don't know how that song didn't blow up, but yeah, I just felt like somebody in that 3 years should have just kept it real and been like, I think we need somebody to come in and arrange these lyrics for us.
I'm gonna have to give it an X as well. There wasn't that much for me to really dive into, so that's why I said I'm interested to know y'all thoughts about it. But yeah, I have to give it an X.